Jim Jones 3000 here, and today I'm going to talk about my 99 to 2001-ish Gibson SG Gothic. It was the first run of the SG Gothic. It's about 20 years old. I've had it about 6 years. I really like this guitar. You know, if you watch these uploads, I'm cheap, frugal. I'm all about value, and you know, at the time, this was a tremendous value for when I bought it 6 years ago for an American-made, a made in USA Gibson SG. While I'm back here, it does have Grover tuners, and that is a portrait of the founder of Gibson. I can't remember his first name, but I'll put that right there. I have to, this is mainly just talking about and playing, this guitar and talking about why I love it, and I'll never get rid of it. Quick side note, it does have Seymour Duncan active blackouts. You tell it's a pretty thin body on the guitar. Being active pickups, you see how high the bridge pickup is. It sounds great and everything, but it's just limited room in the body, and I think honestly, I think the guitar shop didn't want to do it, but I dropped it off, and I got it back with active pickups. That I may change in the near future. I really wouldn't mind some split coil passive pickups. I'm going to be running this through a Line 6 Amplify 75, and they have an onboard bank of tones. At least I'm going to talk in the future and do a review of the Line 6 Amplify 75. As you may or may not know, it's in a modeling amp, so it could basically generate infinite tones. And once again, the tones I'm going to be using are preloaded Amplify tones. On my app, it's Bank 17. It's basically the rock section. There's a rock rhythm tone, a rock clean tone, a rock crunch tone, and a rock solo tone. So I'll be using those tones, and a smartphone, Apple microphone picking it up. The amp is down here. I really don't know how these reviews work when it comes to the audio, because there's countless variables. People using different amps, different strings, different microphones picking it up. It's just to me it feels like very hard unless you're using the exact same specific equipment. It's hard to get an accurate read. But once again, this is basically talking about this guitar in general, how much I like it. Knobs have been changed, pickups have been changed. When I bought it, this was originally a matte finish, and I wish it still was. The shop I bought it from, by their own admission, you could tell where stickers used to be on it. They took the stickers off and they polished it. It's shinier than it was intended to be, but I could live with that, and it could always be changed. Another thing, it's a rarity that I really like is an ebony fretboard. I prefer maple or ebony when possible. Just to me, it just feels smoother. I've had bad experiences with rosewood fretboards, and I try to avoid them when possible. You see on the 12th fret, it has a star and crescent moon are the only fretboard markers. Obviously, it has them on the side. yeah, but once again, ebony fretboard, it fits with the whole, Gothic, motif. Once again, American made, good feeling guitar. Don't know the exact weight, but it balances very well with a strap. It doesn't have a lot of neck weight that offsets the body. At least this one doesn't. But once again, I will do a review of the Line 6 75, which I think is tremendous value for the money, especially now. I bought mine new several years ago, and now you can find them used very, very cheap. Once again, for my purposes and, being amateur home recorder, working on an album, between this, this Gibson and the Line 6, it's gonna kind of meet all those needs. But let's talk, or let's kind of hear the way it sounds right now. Once again, I have zero formal training. I know power chords and some open chords. I'm currently working, I got to learn bar chords, so, feel free to hate and comment all you want, but, disclaimer, I'm not a guitarist, I'm an amateur musician in a general sense. Never taken any lessons. It's never been a desire of mine to learn somebody else's songs, so I kind of, missed out there, I guess. I've just, over the years, I've just played with it. In the past 2 years, to be quite honest, I've been, more into the keys and electronic music and things like that, so forgive my bad playing as I talk about the guitar and its tones. But we're going to start with this rock clean tone. And I'm going to and forgive me, I can't remember. I believe the rhythm is the neck pickup, unless it was wired different, but I'm pretty sure it's the whatever. But it's on rhythm, and I have a clean tone. Another thing that, real quick side note, there's a neck and a bridge volume, forgive me if I got those reversed, and tone controls for each pickup as well. I'm just going to set both the tone controls to about 9 or 10. But once again, back to the clean tone through the neck pickup. Not too bad. Now we're going to go to the bridge pickup. Helps if I turn the volume up. So, it's a... So the clean tones don't sound too bad. Once again, I'm just playing around, hitting strings. That was both the neck and bridge pickups. Once again, there's so many variables and different amps, and this has different pickups, but a rough idea. To me, it sounds wonderful in the room, but whatever. Now we're gonna go to the crunch tone in the rock bank on the Line 6 app. the active pickups and this guitar being what it is, I mean, it's made for like heavy and crunch tones. That was, once again, that was the neck pickup, and now this is the bridge pickup. Helps if I turn it on again. Once again, I don't know what I'm doing, but crunchy tones always sound cool. Here's both pickups. I forgot to do both pickups with the clean tone, but... Yeah, you tell that this is kind of meant for heavy and crunchy, which is what I originally bought it for. But if you could find one of these, you know, via eBay or out in the wild at a guitar shop, you'd usually find them really inexpensive, and you know, the build quality is great. You know, I know every guitar varies a little bit, but you know, the weight and balance on the one I have is really nice. Really, the only complaints, the body is pretty thin. It doesn't accept the active pickups very well. Love the Ebony fretboard. Not a huge fan of a lot of lacquer or cellulose on a neck, but you know, this one's okay. I mean, I wish it was a little more matte, and I don't know if that has to do with the fact that somebody polished this guitar. And I might remedy that in the future. Sometimes when your hands get sweaty and the fretboard feels like the back of the neck feels like glass, it's, you know, there's a lot of hang-ups that could kind of mess things up. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say about it. You know, I mean, obviously solid bridge, and I will put the measurement specs. It's 22 frets. It feels great. It really does. It's all around great guitar for what I need to use it for. I mean, even the clean tones that I could get out of it are very nice. And a lot of that, once again, has to do with the fact that I'm using a modeling amp with infinite tones. The Line 6 Amplify 75. A review will be coming. But anyway, thank you very much for watching my crappy upload. I really appreciate it. You know, please subscribe, and you know, click on one of my other videos wherever it may be. Also, I have an old channel with like hundreds of uploads of random things. You know, please subscribe to it as well, wherever it may be. Thank you very much.